They were meant to be a state-of-the-art tuna fleet that would earn Mozambique millions of dollars in hard currency, create thousands of jobs, and provide cheap source of protein to one of the world's poorest countries. But instead, the 24 fishing boats rusting at their moorings in the capital are monuments to government mismanagement and a generous lending by Western banks in an era of cheap global credit that has pushed one of Africa's brightest prospects into deep debt crisis. The boats were paid for out of an $850 million loan arranged in 2013 by Credit Suisse and Russia's VTB to finance fishing infrastructure. The cash came in form of government-backed bond to state tuna fishing company Ematam.
Let's start with the Ematum. It's a great idea. Call it what you want. It was brilliant. But let's look at the economic foundations. If it was for the tuna, that would imply that the boats would have started fishing as soon as they left France. But they don't fish. The boats are in Maputo and they don't fish.
Nearly 3 years later, the sovereign foreign debt mountain is equal to 80% of the GDP and likely to bankrupt the Southern African nation. But not only did Ematam fall short of its targets, triggering the sovereign guarantee, but $500 million of the tuna bond was found to be maritime security and had to be reallocated to the defense budget. Deepening the mire, a further $1.3 billion then emerged, drawing furious response from multilateral lenders who suspended aid on concerns their cash will be used to bail out private creditors. Without the support of International Monetary Fund and foreign funding, Mozambique will struggle to pay its basic services and inflation could soar. Foreign and public investment will also fall, with a knock-on impact on economic growth.
We are going to share with full openness the information about the economic situation in the country and the principal reasons for the economic difficulties that the country is going through.
Mozambique emerged from 16 years of civil war in 1992 to become one of Africa's best performing economies, with growth averaging around 8% between 1996 to 2008. Foreign investment flowed in infrastructure, mining and services. One of the world's biggest offshore gas finds would have been enough to power Mozambique and transform it into a middle-income economy.
The debt that was declared recently is a huge burden on the economy. We came out of 42% to 67 or 70% of the GDP. That means with the production capabilities that we have now, like exporting coal and natural gas, the debt is unsustainable.
Prices of basics like bread and fuel are rising, and the public are beginning to realize the scale of the problem. Rumors of public demonstration over debt crisis last week prompted armed security forces to take to the streets in Maputo.
About this debt, the Bank of Mozambique says it did not go on to register and Parliament did not approve it. So the same people who took the loan are the same people who make the laws. So they should take responsibility.
Mozambique's economic woes and recent violence could also be damaging the country's tourism industry, which is underdeveloped despite Mozambique having miles of untouched white sand beaches on the Indian Ocean. Noel Makugu, CCTV.